Well, we know the Rivers police have been violent sometimes, but it goes to prove a point that Rotimi Amaechi is not on ground. He's not on ground in the sense that he was a minister. He was a governor for 8 years, and was a minister for 8 years. He was a speaker for 8 years. If he's on ground in his village, church things will not happen. If you think his village is important, and he has done so much for them, the villagers will fight for him. But for a stranger to come to your village to shoot at you means you're not on ground.
So don't you think, is it not troubling that after 24 hours this incident has happened, neither the local government chairman or the state government condemn the act? Even the elders have not responded, looking at it that it's their son that is attacked, who is vying for presidency.
Let me tell you something. Rotimi Amaechi was a speaker for 8 years, a governor for 8 years, a minister for 8 years. Ordinarily, he would have gotten foot soldiers. He would have gotten people. People must have seen his hard work to say, no. Has he ever visited the elders in River State? You don't see them as nobody. You are alone. You are a lone ranger. What have you done in their village that will make your villagers to get up and say no? You had followership. Why all your followership left you? You can see the difference between Amaechi and Wike. Wike has been able to attract several appointments for his followers at the federal level. You are the most powerful minister at the federal level. How many people do you give appointment? You would have had the opportunity of making a lot of people, Rivers people, to be billionaires. How many did you make billionaires? Now that you are taking the jobs that belong to Rivers people to their girlfriends and other friends. So how do you expect Rivers people to support you? Well, I cannot say it's a failure, but I can say that Niger Deltas will not benefit so much if Amaechi becomes the president. I'm not stopping him from contesting, but he will give it out. Like I said, he knows how many Rivers people job he took as a minister and dashed to his girlfriends. Let his conscience judge him. Now he wants Rivers people to support him. What was his legacy in the Niger Delta? As a minister of transportation, you could not build a railway from the Niger Delta to Abuja. Even expand the railway from Eju to Abuja. So what legacy will you say you have done in the Niger Delta that will make Niger Delta to support you? We are not talking about campaign. I don't think Amaechi should take a presidency because he would not get the support of the Niger Delta. Wike has his problem by interfering with the admission of sin and also his actions towards the Niger Delta. We are not happy with him. To be frank with him, proper frank. But if you look at the contributions, how many people Wike has empowered compared to Amaechi as a minister? You cannot compare them because the disparity is so much. Amaechi cannot point to how many people he placed as a minister or what he attracted to the Niger Delta beside appointment. I am not a fan of Wike, but the truth must be told that Amaechi has not done well. Amaechi would rather take a Niger Delta job, even jobs that were handled by people before he came and give that shit to his girlfriends. And today you want to come to Niger Deltas to give you support. In as much as we don't appreciate the autocratic style of management of Wike, Amaechi has his own flaws. I think the high time he support a candidate, not himself coming out. Because I, for one, I will not support Amaechi. And several persons who had acquaintance with him would not support him. Because he's a selfish, self-centered politician who does not think of what he can do for his people, his village, his state, and others as a minister. So you see, when he becomes president, he will do it. If you can build railway to the J Republic, another country, your own region does not have railway. As a minister of transportation, let him tell us what he did for the Niger Delta or to his state. Let him tell us. 8 years. As a minister of transportation, 8 years. How many people does he empower? Let him tell us. You were asking Goodluck Jonathan, what did you do? Now as a minister close to Buhari, what have you done? So many people will not go to ADC in River State because of Amaechi. ADC would have been an alternative platform. But we can't go to ADC with Amaechi there. I have to be very frank. I don't hate him. But that is the truth. He knows what I'm talking about. he knows what I'm talking about, that I, Adab Sara-Igbe, will not support him because of what he did. And if today he becomes president, he will do worse to Niger Delta. We are talking about Wike being a wicked man. Amaechi will be worst.
Okay, let's look at the resolution between the governor and the FCT minister. Has the resolution conflict between both positively impact governance? And if possible, you can provide update on political situation in the state.
Well, we are all watching to see the kind of solution. This is not the first time they've agreed to make peace. Rivers people love peace. Everybody want peace. We are waiting to see what kind of peace they are making. The governor, neither the governor or the minister has told us the terms of agreement. We do not know the terms of agreement. Nobody is willing to tell us the terms of agreement. But we pray that this will be the last time Mr. President will come in. This is the last time the House of Assembly will dangle the Dracula sword. We pray the governor will not be boxed into a corner so that they can be able to reach ultimate future. The governor has organic support from Niger Deltans, but they are watching his actions and his deeds. So we pray that let there be peace, and we are working towards peace. Everybody is closing our mouth. We are all waiting to see how the peace will move. But if we don't have peace, the Rivers people will react in the manner that Mr. President himself would not like.
All right. Let's just a brief about the oil and gas sector. The oil and gas sector is facing a crucial transition due to refining challenges, production issues, and regulatory challenges. What are your thoughts on this?
I am still saying, Mr. President, we have a lot of Niger Deltans who are qualified to become the GMD CEO. The Bayo Ojuluri you bring, Julari, whatever you call him, does not know the workings of the NPC. He has deliberately killed the refinery. Petroleum gas is coming down, it's not going up. Production level is going down. From 2.4, we are now going less than 1.5. We need a strong person from the Niger Delta who is loved by Niger Delta, who can relate to Niger Delta to man the NPC, so that production will increase. When the production increases, there will be enough money for you to run the administration. When the refineries are producing, there will be enough employment. There will be enough resources for our people to be able to manage themselves. We can have kerosene, kero. Now we have not seen kerosene for so many years, yet we have oil and gas. We can have PMS at a cheaper rate. If it doesn't go to the refinery, if there's enough production, we can be able to give him enough crude instead of him importing crude oil. We are major oil and gas producers and we are importing crude oil. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? So we are saying, bring somebody, a competent hand, to run the NPC. So that the youth will be able to manage the oil producing companies, let them produce. Let the refinery also produce. Let the gas also, let the LNG and other gas companies, brass LNG, also come up. When the oil and gas is fully enhanced and as production, we will be able to make plenty money for the country. And you will be able to stand out in the community of nations. Your World Bank reserve, your reserve in the World Bank will also increase. And dollar will collapse. Dollar will definitely fall because we have enough resources to manage ourselves. But if you don't do that and you play politics with oil and gas by bringing stooges who cannot understand the dynamics of the oil industry, oil and gas industry, we will run into crisis. Those oil and gas companies that are running to the offshore, please tell them to come and do remediations. Niger Delta will go after them. We don't want more crisis in the Gulf of Guinea. We want peace in the Gulf of Guinea. In the past, the idea is that there's problem in the Niger Delta. Vessels we are running. Let NPA look at the Niger Delta ports, the Eastern Port, Calabar Port, Ode Port, Bode Port, Port Harcourt Port, Warri Port, Cocoa Port. Let them look at them. And even expand more ports. We need to get more ports. So please, we cannot just produce oil and gas and suffer. The East-West Road is still very bad. Very, very bad after several years. And yet you are our in-law. You want our support. We supported you before. If you want our support, forget about this appointment you are doing. Forget about this propaganda Wike is doing. With Niger Delta will speak when you address our problem.